The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Great American Sports, make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports, make sports an addiction.
Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today, direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
This is Lee Johnson.
And this is Jason Lockridge from Southern Capital Advisors.
We're thankful for the Jackson Christian family and are honored to help lay a foundation that will build our community for years to come.
Welcome to Southern Capital Field, and go Eagles!
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
And good afternoon and welcome to a sunny and hot Murrell Hassfield on the beautiful campus of Jackson Christian School. We are here today for non-district baseball under 81-degree temperatures. It is partly cloudy, although right now the sun is dominating. The high today, 83 degrees, 81 degrees right now. You can see the umpires out there, and you also see the coaching staffs and different things going on in pregame action. And, of course, this ball game is brought to you on the BallGame Blitz TV Sports Network. It is also produced by Worthy Road Studios on the Jackson Christian Facebook page. This is a copyright broadcast of Worthy Road Studios for 2024. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or further use of this BallGame Blitz broadcast without the written consent of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. I'm Coach Joe Holloway. I'll be your play-by-play announcer for this afternoon's game. And we will remind you these games are archived on Worthy Road Studios' YouTube page. We also cover other high schools besides Jackson Christian, but the list: Jackson Christian, USJ, TCA, Peabody football, Sacred Heart basketball, and we also do all of Union University's games at home, and we're a model for the Gulf South Conference broadcast at other schools. And what a great job they do. We'll tell you more about Union and all the things. Rockabilly Baseball, an award-winning performance of broadcasting those games last year by Worthy Road Studios. Bethel Football, all of our games, again, we'll remind you, are archived to Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel. I would suggest for these games to put 2024 in that. It makes mine go faster. Maybe you got a better way of doing that. And our advertisers, of course, make these broadcasts possible, and we've got two good teams here. Jackson Christian comes in with a record of 13-9. The Scotts Hill Lions come in with a record of 10-9. Their coach, Drake Thompson. Of course, Jackson Christian's head coach is Chase McLean, and we're looking forward. Both teams come in here off of winning their last games, and we will get those. Matter of fact, Scotts Hill Varsity Lions took a 6-3 victory over the Adamsville Cardinals on Tuesday, and Adamsville's Cardinals opened the scoring in that game. But Parker Grant for Scotts Hill, he's a good one to watch, homered to left, which helped the Lions tie that game up at 3 in the second. Scotts Hill Lions captured the lead 5-3 in the top of the fifth after Kyle Carter singled and Miles Manus singled, each scoring one run. Grant earned the victory for Scotts Hill. The lefty allowed 1 hit, 0 runs over 3 innings, struck out 4, walked none. Aiden McGee took the loss for Adamsville. And that was a big, I believe, district win for them. Jackson Christian team meeting down the third baseline, talking it over. Lineup shook up a little bit today. Let's talk about them, their last game. Actually, we had a no-hitter by Austin Kelly on Monday against Fayette Academy here. The games were at Fayette Academy on Tuesday, and Carter Ellis followed with a one-hitter, giving up no runs. Jackson Christian wins that one in 5, 11-0. They won the game the day before when Austin was pitching, 10-0. Easton Jones collected 3 hits and 4 at-bats as the Eagles flew high and defeated Fayette Academy. Jones had a home run to left in the second inning, singled in the first inning, singled in the third. And Carter Holt, let's see, Carter is pitching today. I've got that in my notes and almost got here too early on some of the information. But a big victory, 11-0. We'll tell you a little more about that. But what we need to do while the teams are going through the pregame ceremonies, warm-ups, etc., exchanging lineups, we're going to take a timeout, and we'll come back with more baseball on the Jackson Christian BallGame Blitz Network.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installation, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in team sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your team sports. You can email or call us for all your team sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
And we are back as they are announcing the lineups here. Our fine public address announcer, Tommy McLean. And we'll give you the lineup a little quicker than they, as you see the young men called out on the field. Leading off for Scotts Hill, number 11, that is Jackson Kreider. He'll be playing third base. Batting second and playing second base, wearing number 1, Silas Howard. He's a junior, and Kreider was a junior. Batting third, wearing number 21, Miles Manus. He'll be pitching today. Miles, a senior pitcher. In the cleanup spot, number 10, Kyle Carter, the catcher. He's a senior. The junior, number 9, Brady Beecham, playing center field in the 5th spot. In the 6th spot in the batting order, Cy Manus, a junior. He'll be playing first base in the 7th spot. Number 20, Chandler Kreider, the shortstop. He's a junior. In the 8th spot, Parker Grant, he'll be the designated hitter. He wears number 17. He is a freshman, and he pitched the game the other day. Mason Beers playing left field, batting 9th. He's a freshman, and the designated player that'll be playing left field, or we'll check that. It is actually, yes, he's playing left field. Beers is playing right field, is number 22, Cash Eason. Now for the Jackson Christian team, you'll see them running out defensively. And we'll give you their batting order. Leading off and playing first base, J.T. Mullins. In the second spot, Reed Cooper playing second base. Batting third, number 22, Easton Jones. He's the center fielder. In the cleanup spot today is Zach Creasy, number 24, the third baseman. Batting fifth, had a big day the other day. Number 1, Austin Kelly, your shortstop. In the sixth spot, number 11, Jack Collins, the left fielder. The pitcher is Carson Holt, and he'll stay in as designated hitter if need be. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back after this. Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop. Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases. There's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today, direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
This is Lee Johnson.
And this is Jason Lockridge from Southern Capital Advisors.
We're thankful for the Jackson Christian family and are honored to help lay a foundation that will build our community for years to come.
Welcome to Southern Capital Field, and go Eagles.
Back at Mural House, as you see the pitcher warming up, that is Carson Holt. Big, strong senior right-hander, has fastball curve, change up. May throw the cutter some too, you don't know. And this is going to be a very good game. Of course, we're at Jackson Christian's Mural House Field. Temperature is 81 degrees right now. And let's go ahead, and I will try to set these things defensively for you. Big wind whipping up here. Normally in our broadcast booth that we have here, we are very safe from the wind, but that's okay, even if we're not. And sometimes, you know, it's Daniel Green at first. Well, today it's J.T. Mullins, the left-handed first baseman, wears number 7. And we are wearing the numbers that are just the blue outlines of numbers. Reed Cooper at second, Austin Kelly at short, Zach Creasy at third. And, of course, in left field, Jack Collins, Easton Jones in center, and Eli Terry is in right field getting the start today. And your coaches today, Drake Thompson, he's the head coach for Scotts Hill. And, of course, our own Chase McLean. And we'll tell you about the assistants. But this should be a good baseball game. Remember, replays of this game will be on Worthy Road Studios YouTube page. Stepping in is number 11, and that is Jackson Carter. We'll see if Game Changer's going to be kind to us. Here's the first pitch. That one is a 60-footer, but it's got to go 60 feet 6 inches. Bounces in there for ball 1. Here's one hit. It's a base hit just out of the diving reach of Reed Cooper. So Kreider on with a base hit to lead off here in the first. And we will pick this up. Of course, the Scotts Hill Lions here got their first runner on. And that brings up Silas Howard. He's a junior, plays second base. Pitch a little high. This is a non-district game. 1 ball, no strike pitch. They start the bunt. This one bounces right back to the catcher, Eli Smith, and that's one of the things that you learn as a visiting team, how to really watch whether it bounces back or it'll roll around, but it's 1 ball, 1 strike. They say he offered it that one. Wind is really whipping up here, and it's going to be a factor in today's game. You can see that great shot of ours of the pitcher's jersey blowing like crazy. Pickoff attempt, the jump turn. He's back in safe. Umpire gave it a long, hard look. Number 1 at the plate. That being Silas Howard. He's got a 1 ball, 1 strike count, runner at first. Let's see if the small ball's still on. And again, low for ball 2. Now this is the thing, Carson has not gotten a lot of pitching action. He's been mostly designated hitting, has had an injury, and is now well enough to pitch a couple of innings. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swinging strike 2, evens the count at 2-2 with a runner at first and no outs. Outfield is straight away. Wind blowing in now. Old Glory blowing right towards the plate and whipping a little bit. Infield at double play depth. Shortstop's covering if there's a steal. This one is fouled off out of play to the right side. And if I'm not mistaken, that's probably Holt's 7th pitch. Here's the pitch. Gets away from the catcher. The runner going, he'll stand up because that one bounced far enough away. Even though Eli Smith tried to pounce on it, could not get there. So now with a 3-2 count, a runner in scoring position. Your hitter is Silas Howard, the junior. I think they're telling them they need to get a bat or a piece of equipment up over on the first base dugout side. Miles Manus will be next. He's in the on-deck circle. Holt checks the runner, comes to the plate. Off the nub handle. Too soft, the runner gets back. Good base running by him, but Reed Cooper takes it for the first out, a pop-up. And that brings Miles Manus, the pitcher. He can help himself here. He's a senior. He'll be followed by Kyle Carter, the catcher. A really nice young man, the catcher. Got to talk to him just a little bit. So there's 1 out, a runner at second. Ball hit, it'll advance the runner, but Reed Cooper, crow hop step up over to first, second out of the inning. Scored 4-3. That's Cooper to Mullins, 2 outs. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, Kyle Carter, the catcher. And this is a strong young man. He looks the part of the catcher, wears the protective gear on his front leg. But he looks like he can run. Don't know whether he played football or not, but he looks like he could have. And he has got a good balanced stance, foot up in front a little bit. That time he wanted to hold up, but went around. No ball, 1 strike. 1 runner on. That's Kreider, Jackson Kreider. There are 2 Kreiders on the team, both juniors. This one fouled off and in the hole, 0-2. Holt has thrown 12 pitches unofficially. I'll check the pitch count on that in a moment. Signs are signaled in from the dugout, but Holt has got his sign. A Baltimore chop, and he may Holt gets it, throws it. Mullins stretches and got him by a hair. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. And at the end of a half inning of play, Scottsdale nothing, and Jackson Christian coming to bat. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian BallGame Blitz Network.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, You can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
4 hitters went to the plate in the top of the first. Scotts Hill left a runner stranded at third. And you saw Carson Holt get better as he went along. The infield will have Manus at first, Howard at second, Kreider at short, and the other Kreider, Jackson Kreider, is at third. Chandler's at short. Eason, Beecham, and Beers in the outfield. The leadoff hitter is the junior, J.T. Mullins, who has had a big week, especially that first game of the week. He'll be followed by Reed Cooper, the fine junior second baseman. Hitting third in this inning will be the man that had the home run against Fayette Academy on Tuesday, Easton Jones. Easton, also a junior, one of our fine football players. Let's see, a breaking ball, a changeup, and a fastball out of pitcher Miles Manus. And I'm sure the senior is a crafty right-hander. Good program at Scotts Hill. And, of course, a good program here at Jackson Christian. Leading off is number 7, J.T. Mullins, and you can see what I was talking about. That's the white jerseys, and they just outline the number, and they make a 7 with the blue line all the way across. And, yes, they're made that way. Sometimes hard to read, but thank goodness I know enough of the players. Everybody at normal depth straight away, it looks like, for J.T. Mullins. First pitch, J.T. shows a little bunt, pulls it back. It's ball 1. Third baseman Jackson Kreider was going to introduce himself. Now he's backed up to almost even with the bag. That one high, J.T. not showing any sign of a bunt then. First baseman off the line a little, but almost parallel with the bag. Short and second at normal depth. A chopper on the bounce to the second baseman, over to first. And that's Howard to Manus for 1 out, and Mullins is retired. If you're scoring at home, score that one with the numbers 4-3, 4 being the number for second, 3 for first. Pitcher is number 1, catcher's 2. Third is number 5, but shortstop is actually 6. And then you get your outfielders. Left is 7, center field 8, and the right fielder is number 9 as far as scoring position. Great breaking ball, and the umpire says strike 1. No ball, 1 strike count to Reed Cooper, who can bunt, hit behind the runner. That curve stays high. Thought Reed might tip the top of his helmet there at the ball. Now, he didn't want to get hit there, but sometimes it looks like you're tipping your hat. Hits one on the ground, medium speed roller, shortstop up, and let's see. They say they got him. Interesting. 6-3, that was a bang-bang play, and there are 2 outs in the inning, bringing up Easton Jones with Zach Creasy, also a junior on deck. 4 juniors to lead it off for the Eagles. Miles Manus on the mound, and he's been in control so far. I only have him with 6 pitches. That curveball outside. And that one was an attempt to, and a good one, to get Easton Jones to swing at one outside. And that may have been a slider. I know it was breaking. Not seen the pitchers before for Scotts Hill. That one stays high. And so I won't be as sharp on what the pitches are. I can pick out the fastball and the regular curve. But the more I think about it, the more I think it was a slider. And that one was a slider that stayed high. Fastball for a strike. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 out in the inning. Easton Jones, slightly open stance up there. Great picture of him and the pitcher. That one outside, and it runs the count to 3-1. This is a hitter's count because Easton does not have to swing at it unless he sees something he wants and feels like that he can handle. Now, in outfield back a couple of steps, wind blowing towards right field. Got under it, and like I said before, this is one of those foul balls that got out of play, but if we'd been in a phone booth, it would have drawn rain and gone out the top of the phone booth. That's kind of a combo of two of those old sayings. 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. Manus on the mound, the senior ready to throw. Breaking ball. It's going to be fouled out of play. Quick break on it. May have been the slider. And it was. We'll do the 3-2 with 2 outs all over again. Got it right on the edge, and Jones is caught looking. That's the backward K. 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of one inning of play, the Scotts Hill Lions, nothing. Jackson Christian Eagles, nothing. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road BallGame Blitz Network.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
It's the off-season, but it's the best season to buy at Aloha Custom Pools. Snag your dream pool now, and we promise you'll be splashing around by Memorial Day. What are you waiting for? Give us a call or visit us at AlohaCustomPools.com.
We are back for the top of the second. Carson Holt takes man. He gave up 1 hit but did not allow a run. It's a game with no score so far, and stepping in is number 9, Brady Beecham. He's a junior, plays center field, has a Joe DiMaggio type stance. Pitched low. It was over the plate but too low. You know, Joe had a little wider stance than a lot of people, but a good hitter. This young man looks like a good hitter too. Cy Manus, the junior, on deck, playing first base. Again, a little low. Raises it up. Mullins at first, Cooper at second, Kelly at short, Creasy at third. Two-oh pitch ready to come. Swinging strike one. That one was the Von Ryan Express, or the fastball. 2-1 pitch outside. Holt at 17 pitches unofficially. I'll check the official pitch count first chance I get. He is at 17. Hit on the ground to the shortstop. Austin Kelly, the junior quarterback and shortstop, guns it over the first to Mullins for the first out. Beecham has been retired, and Cy Manus strides to the plate. He'll be followed by Chandler Kreider wearing 20. He's over in the on-deck circle, right at the edge of the dugout, actually, comes out. Left-handed hitter up at the front of the box. Manus looks like he's got home run power. That one is a strike. Best place to throw a left-handed hitter is that low inside pitch in the strike zone. Got a short right field wall, but they do have a 15-foot fence for part of it. This one hit opposite field, and it's going to be Jack Collins making the catch, and that one kind of turned around. But with this wind, you'll see that happen. So F7 is how you score it. Fly it out to Jack Collins in left. 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Chandler Kreider, the shortstop, with the designated hitter, Parker Grant, who I've read about a little bit. Hadn't got to see him play till today. He's had a couple of really good games. A super pitcher, too, I understand. And that one, a little chin music, accidentally, because, trust me, Carson does not want to throw any balls outside the strike zone except for temptation pitches. That one wasn't temptation. That was defend yourself. 1 ball, no strike. Just missing outside, and it was about an inch outside. The hitter is Chandler Kreider. Everybody pretty well straight away and at normal depth. Here's the 2-0 pitch in the dust. And I should have said in the dirt, causing dust. Great shot right there on our Worthy Road cameras. Multiple cameras used. Here's the pitch. Walked him on 4 straight there. You don't want to put runners on because here comes Parker Grant, the designated hitter. He wears number 17. He's a freshman. Getting the batter's box arranged a little bit. We flip-flop junior varsity in this game because of the potential for rain, although the weathermen keep pushing that back. Low and the runner off, and I believe he's got this one stolen. It gets away, and the backup was a little late getting there. And so you got a stolen base and an error. Will put a runner on third with 2 outs. Scotts Hill threatening. They have their designated hitter, Parker Grant, up there, the right-handed hitter. No score in the ball game so far. Scotts Hill would love to put a run on. And note, good base running when you see that shot. Drilled for a base hit, and that'll score the first run of the game. That's where the stolen base and the error is very, very important. Ball went all the way to center field. We were late backing up. And that brings to the plate number 5, a freshman, playing right field. Mason Beers, left-handed hitter, up in the front of the box. Let's see if they're running. No, they're not running. But a good lead by the runner at first, Grant. Parker Grant just looks like a baseball player. Good lead. Up in the air. Now, Jack Collins is going to have to fight the wind, but he gets there with that great speed of his, F8. But 1 run for the Scotts Hill line on 1 hit. That was an RBI single by Grant, and they lead at the end of 1 1/2 innings of play. They lead 1-0. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian and
Why go
BallGame
on
Blitz
vacation
Network.
when you can live on vacation?
Aloha Custom Pools will help you create your very own piece of paradise, and you can enjoy it every day.
What are you waiting for?
Take the plunge. Call Aloha Custom Pools or visit us online.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
It's the off season, but it's the best season to buy at Aloha Custom Pools. Snag your dream pool now, and we promise you'll be splashing around by Memorial Day. What are you waiting for? Give us a call or visit us at AlohaCustomPools.com.
First pitch lined into left field by Zach Creasy. Left fielder comes on, gets it back into the infield very quickly, but he just drilled it. And Zach wasted no time. Good hitter, capable base stealer. But I understand the catcher, Kyle Carter, the senior, has a good arm. Austin Kelly, the junior shortstop, pitched a no-hitter earlier in the week. Also plays quarterback. Not a big lead, though, by Creasy. Took a little off of it. Strike one. Creasy at first. One strike pitch getting ready to come to Austin Kelly, the hitter. Breaking ball. So it's an 0-2 count. Kelly will have to protect the plate. Creasy he wasn't running, but got off with the ping of the bat, I guess you'd say, since they're metal bats. 0-2 pitch with no outs. Kelly's right foot, front foot, or actually it's his left foot, slightly out in front. Here's the 0-2 pitch outside. Good temptation pitch. Today, Aiden Shaw, the fine guard for Jackson Christian, signed with Florida College. He also made 2 All-State teams in the last 2 days. We'll tell you a little more about it, and he'll be a guest either this Saturday or next Saturday on the Saturday Sports Roundup. They're running. It's hit up in the air. Creasy will have to find the baseball and go back. It'll stay up in the air long enough. The center fielder comes on, makes a nice running catch, goes to first with the peg, but it's late. And Kelly has flied out to center. And that one, the wind is blowing straight in, so that one didn't have a chance on distance. 1 out. Fine catch by Beecham out there in center, and he came up ready to throw. He brings up Jack Collins, who can hit, bunt, run like a deer, plays left field. Jack's a senior, former defensive back, because he has no football in high school left that he can play, but a fine senior baseball season too. First pitch on the ground, could be 2. Shortstop flips up, and you see how quick Jack Collins is. It wasn't even close. Fielder's choice. He'll be on first. Creasy is forced at second, 6-4. Shortstop. Kreider to Howard. And here comes the pitcher, Carson Holt, wearing number 21, also a senior, very capable. He likes that right field fence. Can inside out swing and hit it to left field. And they're going to try to hold the runner. And they know that Collins has got speed. First pitch with 2 outs and a runner at first. And they jump turn. That's called a jump turn when you use your pickoff move that way by a right-hander. Infield at normal depth and outfield step or 2 back. Left field slightly shading the hitter Holt to center field. Good pitch. Had his hands tied up. It's that pitch on the inside, maybe a little higher than some would like, but it's still a good pitch. I believe that's 20 pitches for Miles Manus, who has pitched a very creditable game so far. There's the jump turn again, and I guarantee you they are paying some attention to that man right over at first, Jack Collins, who Jackson Christian would love to get in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch with 2 outs on the way. Breaking ball. And they said it was inside the strike zone for strike 2. Now Carter Holt must guard the plate. Collins with a lead, not as big as you'd like. He's going. It's hit on the ground. Will it get through? Second baseman, valiant effort trying to come up with it. It'll be first and third as Collins makes the turn. And I'm going to tell you what, give the second baseman Howard credit for a valiant effort. If he catches that clean, he has a shot, as Holt is still running with an injury, but he hustled himself down there. First and third with no outs, and that brings up Eli Terry, and that has scored a hit, and it should have been. Both teams with 2 hits, but an error helped make the most of the hits in the second inning and the walk. Eli Terry, a right fielder. His front foot even with the plate. He's back in the back of the box. out of the stretch with first and third. Pitch high for a ball. Now that may be, it looks like a pinch runner for Carter Holt, so we may try a little first and third steal situation. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, ball 2. Eli Terry, the hitter, everybody straight away for Eli. And it is a pinch runner. Collins really going. There goes the runner. The throw through, and Collins was returning, so it's second and third. The runner safe. Now they had the man that steps up there, and they tell him to let it go through or not go through, because if Collins had come up the line, they would have cut it off and tried to throw him out at the plate. 3 balls, no strikes to Eli Terry. Good fastball for a strike. That pitch high, and that walks him. The sacks are jammed. Have a broadcasting friend, Ron Potesta, that likes to say there's ducks on the pond. And that brings up number 9, Eli Smith, the catcher. Eli can get you some tough hits. He's having to get rid of the rest of his catching equipment. It's a force at any base. There are 2 outs in the inning. Collins at third. A.J. Hastings running at second. Eli Terry. And you can run with a courtesy runner for the pitcher at first. And here's Eli Smith. That one looks good, but just missed. And I say why, watching where it went across. Just missing, so it's 1 ball, no strikes. Smith up in the batter's box. Got under it with that uppercut. You know, all swings today are taught a little bit to not uppercut bad, but kind of have just a slight uppercut to drive the ball. There's still some coaches teach, and some players go ahead and learn from their youth coaches to the level swing. Breaking ball hit. Will it hang up in the air long enough for him to get there? No, it won't. It's cut off by the right fielder. 1 run at the plate, 2 streaking to the plate, and it'll be first and third as Jackson Christian on a single by Eli Smith has taken the lead 2-1. Collins scored. Hastings running for Holt scored. Terry is at third base. And the wind, like I said, will play tricks. The question came, would it hold up long enough for the outfielders to get there? And the answer is no, and you're back to the leadoff man here in the second. J.T. Mullins. J.T. grounded out his first time up. That one a strike. JT, if needed, will be followed by Reed Cooper. First and third, 2 outs. Manus will pitch out of the stretch. Miles Manus pitched a really great first inning. He had a good one going here, and then some late 2-out activity by Jackson Christian. That one's a pitch for a ball. Terry at third, Smith at first. And I will check. Usually there's a pinch runner for Smith, but they may let him run it out. Breaking ball. Umpire says it did not get back in the strike zone. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Manus will pitch out of the stretch. The senior right-hander comes to the plate with it. Fouled off. And J.T. Mullins, you could tell, would love to have that one back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The deuces are wild. That's what they say. And if we had a bell like they do in the minor league, we would, a lot of the press boxes would ring the little bell. 2-out pitch just about to come to the plate. They're running. Fouled off. And they had the pinch runner running, or they had Eli running early. And we've got to check that because that looks more like a pinch runner. Hard numbers to see from that distance. Just the outlines. And I can tell you right now it's a pinch runner, and it's probably Cole Vargason. Vargason runs well. Two pitch on the way. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one we score that. Some people do as a stolen base. That's actually catcher's indifference. He did not throw it down, but the runner had a big enough lead to steal that one. You got a runner on third that you got to be careful of. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Walked him. Mullins on first, and the sacks are jammed again. Ron Potesta would like those ducks on the pond. Pitching coach going to go out. Catcher goes out. Jackson Christian will talk to their hitters and their runners. Todd Lumley at first for Jackson Christian, coaching. Former head coach at Peabody. He's retired from the public schools. He's here at Jackson Christian as an assistant coach. What a great addition. Brian Bullard, the record holder, till Josh Seals kind of got rid of a bunch of his records, but he's still got a few down at Freed Hardeman, still listed in the top 10 of some things. Of course, Carter Holt helps with this ball club, as does Colin Cantrell. And here comes Reed Cooper. Reed, a pretty clutch hitter. He doesn't strike out much. He can bunt. He can hit behind the runners. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball back to the pitcher. The pitcher will handle it. Manus will go to first. That will end the inning. So Manus goes to first with it. Jackson Christian gets close to batting around, but they did come up with 2 big runs. And we will take a timeout with Jackson Christian leading 2-1 over Scotts Hill on the Jackson Christian Network.
It's the off season, but it's the best season to buy at Aloha Custom Pools. Snag your dream pool now, and we promise you'll be splashing around by Memorial Day. What are you waiting for? Give us a call or visit us at AlohaCustomPools.com.
Why go on vacation when you can live on vacation?
Aloha Custom Pools will help you create your very own piece of paradise, and you can enjoy it every day.
What are you waiting for?
Take the plunge. Call Aloha Custom Pools or visit us online.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And we've gone through 2 innings. It's a White Knuckler, 2-1. Jackson Christian leads Scotts Hill. And stepping into the plate to lead off the top of the third will be Jackson Kreider, the leadoff man. He singled his first time up, a solid single. Jackson Christian makes slight adjustments to their defense. I see Austin Kelly moving towards second just a little. Just missing. The breaking ball didn't break, so Holt behind in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Kreider's left foot up in front of the plate, and he got a piece of another one. This one up in the air, it keeps going. The wind keeps carrying it. It's going to get all the way to the wall. He's got at least 2, and with the overrun, he's going to have 3 out of it. The throw is going to come in, but it has to be cut off, and in with a triple, and in scoring position is Jackson Kreider, who's having a good ball game. He is 2 for 2 right now. And that one, the wind, shows you how the wind shifts. When it was taken out there, it was blowing it out towards right field, and it kept going and going. Didn't get over the wall. But now a young man that showed that he can bunt, he can also hit, and that is Silas Howard. He's 0 for 1 in the contest. Holt at 30 pitches. That one high, release point. Always check a couple of things to watch. Watch where the batters are in the batter's box, how they handle it. Watch the release points of the pitchers. 1-ball pitch. They'll tag up because this one is carrying a little more. They tag up, bring the runner back. It's cut off by Creasy, and a good job by Jack Collins in left field. So Howard flies out, and again with the wind, that one was working. The wind was working against that one. 1 out in the inning. Miles Manus, who grounded out, second to first, his first time up. Runner at third. Hit towards right field. And it drifts out of bounds. And you've got some Scotts Hill players throwing down there in the right field bullpen area. Well, the outside area they throw in. Don't see anybody throwing like they've got a catcher or anything like that to relieve because Miles Manus has pitched well. He's at the plate. He can help his own cause and tie this game up. Foul's a high pitch, and you love those. It's 0-2, and let's see what Holt and the Eagles come back with as a pitch. Is it a waste pitch? Do they go straight after him? They try to get him on that inside corner and tie his hands up or have a breaking ball away. So the 0-2 pitch with that runner at third from Holt, fouled off. We'll do it again. We're in the top of the third. Holt peering in. He's got his sign, and like I said, the catcher and the pitcher both get their signs. From this one in the dirt, Eli Smith, good job. He saved a run then, pounced all over it. 1-2 the count. 1 out in the inning. Some of our gold advertisers are Carlock Nissan, Aloha Pools, Jones Chevrolet, the Blacksmith Restaurant, Dynamics Physical Therapy, Humboldt Chrysler Dodge. That pitch high and kind of drifted back towards the bill of the helmet, so it's 2-2. Elite Dental, Bank of Jackson, McCoy's Heating and Air, and Deaton's Carpet One. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on third. Carson Holt, the pitcher. Miles Manus, the hitter. Here's the pitch. Outside, it makes it 3-2. More drama. Manus right now would just love to get on, but if he can knock a run in and tie this game up, he'll do that too. 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Ball 4. So now runners at first and third. See if they get a courtesy runner, and they will. And we'll pick that up in just a second. That is number 14. That looks like Garrett Buffalo. Appreciate the rosters and information that have been given to us by both of the coaches. Runners at first and third with one out. Short and second's definitely going for the double play. Long time, I wouldn't be surprised if the hitter steps out. He does ask for time. Stepping out is Kyle Carter, the senior catcher. You want to pitch him very carefully. He's the cleanup man. Looks like that runner's poised over there. Baltimore chop. Could be lucky to get one out of this one. And it's thrown wide. It sailed on the lack of follow-through. Fielder's choice and error. Carter is on. And a run scores and ties this game at 2. When it goes up high like that, it's called a Baltimore chop. So runners at first and second. Let's see if they leave the big man. No, they're going to bring a runner, and I don't blame them. It's hot today, tough on catchers and anybody else. So Carter will get the courtesy runner, which is Noah Clayton. Here's the first pitch, swinging strike. That is to number 9, the junior center fielder, Brady Beecham. Brady's 0 for 1 officially. Hit up in the air but out of play. Some of our silver advertisers for Jackson Christian are Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Realty, Great American Sports, Ben Vargas and Wesley. Go by and see them. Southern Capital Advisors and David White Body Shop. And if you get hit with a foul ball, David White Body Shop's the place to take it. If you get hit by a car, take way outside. Not going to pull a Bob Euchre and say just a little bit outside. That one was way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to the center fielder, Brady Beecham. He has runners that he could drive towards the plate at first and second. Breaking ball just missing by Holt. 2-2 the count. 44 pitches unofficially. We'll check it in a minute to see what the official pitch count is. Beecham with a 2-2 count, 2 runners on and 1 out. Drilled. It'll get down. Coming on hard is Eli Terry. He'll come up and they'll hold the runner because Eli got there in a hurry. You know the old Three Dog Night song, Eli's coming. Well, he was coming hard to field that one. But that loads the bases. Single by Beecham, and that brings up Cy Manus, the junior, who flied out his last time up. There's still only 1 out. Infield at double play depth. Third could still bring it home. Don't think that first will. This one fouled off by the left-handed hitter, Manus, and this is Cy Manus. And we're ready for the 0-1 pitch. Gets away, but pouncing on it was the catcher, Eli Smith. He did a good job, and I think Buffalo running at third, wise decision. I'm sure he got some advice from the coach, too. Mind you, this is a copyright broadcast. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. You can see our Worthy Road Studio scoreboard up there. A little harder to see right now. Dribbled on the ground, a big hop over the dugout, out of play. Like I said, Jackson Christian wants that too very badly. Scotts Hill wants to plate a couple of more runs. It's 79 degrees. Mostly cloudy now here in Jackson, Tennessee. 1 ball, 2 strike count to the junior first baseman, Manus. Just missing. That one had some fans holding their breath. I don't think it was as close as possibly they thought, but still one of those with 2 strikes, you guard the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ducks on the pond, meaning the bases are loaded. Outfield straight away, wind dying down. Ground ball. Will it be 2? No, because there's a fumble. They go to first with it and get 1 out. Run scores. That would be Buffalo running for Miles Manus. He scored. Manus on with a fielder's, or he's all out, 4-3. Fielder's choice advances runners to second and third. 2 outs in the inning. And that brings up Chandler Crider, who is 0 for 0 because he walked his last time up. Scotts Hill with a 3-2 lead. That one is a ball. We're in the top of the third. No runs for either team in the first. Scotts Hill took the lead with 1 in the top of the second. Jackson Christian came back to the bottom of the second with 2. And now Scotts Hill has regained the lead with 2 in the top of the third. And again, that one makes an Indian rubber man or a contortionist out of you as you bend to keep from getting hit, because that one had a little steam on it, fastball. And it looked like that was a pretty good fastball. 2 ball, no strike pitch with 2 outs. That one got the outside edge, the little black edge of the plate on the outside towards the first base dugout. 2-1 to count. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Chandler Crider waiting the pitch, blocked by Smith. So it's 3-1. Let's see if Holt comes with the Von Ryan Express. Three and one. Holt's pitch. Strike two. That's one of those breaking balls. A little flatter, but it came right across the shoulders where that strike line is. Runners won't be going because you don't want to run into a tag out or something if he walks. It's 3-2, 2-out count. Ball four. Sacks are jammed again. And the designated hitter, who had a single his last time up in an RBI, Parker Grant, is up here. Good decision by Eli Smith to go out and talk to his senior pitcher. Smith showing a lot of leadership as he followed our catcher from last year, had caught for several years and did a great job, a lot of leadership. Eli got some time. He's getting better every game he catches. His hitting has been good. And just because he hits ninth, he's one of those ninth place hitters that are on a lot of times when the top of the order come back up there. And in high school, that is important. Fouled off, got out in front of that one. Grant did. He's in the hole 0-1. Seems like a very accomplished young man as a freshman, good hitter. Got the left shin protected there, breaking ball, and it was a dandy. That may be the best breaking ball that Holt has thrown all day. Looked like it was about to drop off the table. No balls, 2 strikes. Ducks on the pond, bases loaded if you prefer. Here's the pitch. Swinging, strike 3, and that was the breaking ball. But 2 big runs have been scored here by Scotts Hill at the end of 2 1/2. Scotts Hill 3, Jackson Christian 2. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian BallGame Blitz Network.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Back here going for the bottom of the third. Scotts Hill has a lead on 3 runs, 4 hits. Jackson Christian, 2 runs, 3 hits. They do have an error, to use proper grammar, that doesn't show up on that scoreboard. It's one on a play that you had a hit and an error, or actually a fielder's choice, and there was an error. But a well-played ball game in most parts. We'll check the stats and stuff. Looks like Scotts Hill has changed. Crider getting some extra warm-up tosses. Chandler Crider in there for the third, so 2 full innings is what Manus went. We'll check the lineup and the changes. We'll go over here and check that. Right-handed pitcher. Looks like he's got good stuff. Crider gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. Both runs they have scored them as earned runs. Manus walked 2, struck out 1. So that is the book on him. Miles Manus cannot be the loser. he can be the winner of this ball game. Easton Jones, 0 for 1, got caught looking his last time up there. Foot a little deep in the box at the back. Front foot, he strides into it. Nice stride, but the pitch is low and away. In the on-deck circle, Zach Creasy, who had a solid single his last time up. That one high for ball 2, 2-0. Well, that wind keeps changing now. It's blowing hard towards right field. Then it'll whip around, then it'll die down. Creasy got under it too much. And let's see, it'll go out. I like the way Kreider took a look at it. The catcher took a good look. And it got up there high enough to maybe draw some rain. Hope it doesn't start any. And actually, the sun is coming back out a little bit. It was mostly cloudy. Now it's back to just partly cloudy here at the old ballpark. Bureau Haas Field. 2-1 pitch. A ball. 3-1. Easton Jones, who has great speed, not only in baseball, but that's some of the people that he either covered or had to cover him in football. Got under it again too much. A lot of air. The left fielder drifting. Easton says, I got it, and he does. He pulls it in for the first out. 1 out, and Zach Creasy, the junior third baseman, comes to the plate. He's got a single. Again, we'll remind you that Aiden Shaw, who Creasy has played some basketball on the same team with, signed today with Florida College. Going to have a good career. He's also made All-State in the last couple of days. A lot of signings here at Jackson Christian. That one they say missing outside. Zach Creasy, one of the ranked players. I was reading some in the nation and especially in this state. And I'm sure there's several others. I didn't get to finish the article today, and it mentions some kids from West Tennessee. But I did see Zach's name in there. Outfield straightaway for Scotts Hill. Got under this one, but it's going to drift out of play. Manus, the first baseman, wanted to give chase and did, but saw that it was futile and going out of bounds. That's Cy Manus. Pitch high. Runs the count to 3-1. Now, Zach, who's 1 for 1, can be a little more selective here. His front foot starts out almost even with the front of the plate. And they walk Zach Creasy, who has a pretty good eye. He's walked and got a lot of hits in the last 10 days. He'll be at first with Austin Kelly, who flied to center field, has some home run power. Austin, a good hitter. Does his best hitting when he's not pitching because he is so focused when he pitches. He's the young man that pitched the no-hitter. He's also the quarterback for the football team. Pitch high, Creasy had a good lead then, but did not go. Playing at 4 o'clock when they usually play JV game. If it doesn't rain, the JV game will follow this one. I believe the middle schoolers and the catcher's going to go out. Carter has some words of wisdom for his young pitcher. The middle school is playing today at TCA. Middle school, they lost a tough one here Tuesday and now have 2 losses. TCA only has 1 loss in that battle for first place, and it's actually to play and have home field advantage for the tournament they had. Jackson Christian won the tournament last year in middle school. 1 ball count. Austin Kelly, the junior, up at the plate. That one high. Right field, just a step towards the right field line, if a whole step. Same thing in left field. He's a step towards center. Center fielder straight away. Infield double play depth. There goes Creasy. It's a hit and run. It gets down on the ground, and it is not caught and safe. I think I'm going to be tempted to early score that as a hit. I'm not sure because I have things that I could say it could have been an error, but a nice hit and run play. And the hit and run helped a whole lot. Doesn't matter, though. There are runners at first and second, and I believe it is now being, well, no. They have an error up there, or maybe they're putting one. Anyway, wrong place. Don't worry about the scoreboard. I'll tell you what's happening. Nice pitch, but just missing to Jack Collins, the senior left fielder, speedier than a hiccup. 1 out in the inning. Infield still at double play depth. Collins asked for a little bit of time to get in there. Kreider ready. That looked like a great pitch, and it was. For a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on. Chandler Kreider now pitching. He was at short. Howard is at short. And we'll tell you a little more about that in a minute. Fouled off. Not Silas Howard, but Joe Howard, or JoJo, I believe they call him. JoJo Howard at shortstop now. Both coaches making moves, thinking. 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on. Kreider peers in. He's got his sign, comes to the belt, checks the runner. Swinging strike 3. Going for the downs on that one. There are 2 outs. And with any ping or sound off the bat, the runners will be running. Carson Holt, the pitcher, comes up. He had a single the last time up. Has a chance to help his cause. Single here could tie the ball game. They'll shade him to right field, and center and right. Left fielder not quite straight away. Swinging strike. Good pitch by Kreider. Holt with an 0-1 count and 2 runners on would love to put one in play. This one low and inside. It looks like they're going to try to keep it inside, keep his hands tied up. And we've seen him one time before with an inside-out swing, and he can take those inside pitches. If he gets his arms extended and gets out in front of one, he can also take it to the house. He had the take it to the house swing, but nothing but air for a 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Kreider trying to pitch out of a mile jam. The 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. High for ball 2. Now, a lot of baseball fans would love for him to get to 3-2, and we'd have the 2-man merry-go-round out in the field. They'd start with the pitcher's wind-up going towards home. But it's 2-2 on this one. Deuce is wild. Here's the pitch. Hit to right field. It's over the right fielder's head. It hits the wall. If it's 3 feet higher, it's out of here, but it's not. Holt steaming into second. The throw to the plate, diving and safe, gets under the tag. And the go-ahead run has scored, and the presence of Austin Kelly, and he played it just like he was diving for that first down in football. Zach Creasy scored ahead of him, and a 2 RBI single by Carson Holt to help his own cause. They'll probably put Hastings in there to run for him. We'll check it. That's who ran for him the last time. Eli Terry coming up there with a runner on second. He walked his first time up. 4 runs, 5 hits for Jackson Christian. Good pitch right on the corner. I have to wait on this umpire. I know what I see, but I want to make sure this umpire has been very good. It just takes him a little longer to call those balls and strikes. 0-1 pitch from Kreider. Breaking ball looked pretty good to me, and the umpire says, Coach, your eyesight is pretty good. 0-2 now. You can throw the breaking ball, the waste pitch. You can try to get them to swing at a pitch that's too. And a lot of things you can do in this situation. Shakes off a sign. And that may just be part of it because usually the pitchers are called from the dugout anyway. Missing outside, evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at second. And to remind people listening game, if you've not heard me before, I'm like some other announcers, when there's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on, there's only 1 on it, I say deuce is wild. This one will run it to 3-2, and a good job by the catcher. Kyle Carter, very nice young man, but he also is a pretty good defense. He and Eli Smith are giving us a good show of blocking pitches, keeping things in front of them as catchers. When, unfortunately for Scotts Hill, I believe Carter is a senior. We've got 2 more years, just a sophomore here at Jackson Christian, Eli Smith. But what's important is the hitter, Eli Terry, swinging strike 3. So Terry strikes out. That ends the inning, but Jackson Christian picks up 2 big runs and lead at the end of 3, 4-3 over Scotts Hill. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Worthy Road Studios Network.
Great American Sports, make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports, make sports an addiction.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Pitching change for Jackson Christian. Sorrell on the mound. We'll get you totals for, and that's all you want Carson Holt to go right now. Trying to round back in shape. He can designate the hit, but he has had an injury that kind of takes him and keeps him from pitching more than 2 to 3 innings. Had a good outing. Leaves cannot be the loser in this game. He could be the winner. Brett Sorrell, and he wears 15. And let's see, leading off, number 5, the freshman, Mason Beers, the right fielder. Hits left-handed. 0 for 1 in the contest. Right now, wind blowing straight in, and it changes every time I look away from it. Bunt attempt, high chopper on the low chop. They get him at first. Sorrell bounced off that mound, threw over to J.T. Mullins, but nice attempt. The only thing I would suggest to the young man is bunt it down one of the baselines a little more. It came back to the pitcher too easy. If you go down the third or the first baseline, you really got a good chance of beating that one out. One out in the inning, and the leadoff man, Jackson Kreider, who tripled his last time up. Breaking ball. They said it missed. Everybody at normal depth. Wind now blowing. Well, they just whipped the flag around. I was about to say towards left, and it whipped it around and started blowing straight in again. Sorrell missing. It's 2 balls, no strikes. I don't often get speeds here, but I've just been informed that one was a 78-mile-an-hour pitch. 2 ball, no strike pitch. Breaking ball. Umpire says that one looked good, son. Kreider's 2 for 2. Jackson Kreider up there. Strong-looking young man. Looks like a hitter. Got a crouch. Hit him. He'll take first, so he's still 2 for 2. And that's the last thing Sorrell wanted to do was hit a batter. Good runner at first with 1 out, and this young man is very capable of stealing. I believe, and I'll check back my book, he does have a stolen base, I believe. Tripled his last time up, but hitting now is Silas Howard. Silas 0 for 2 today, but a good stick. That one low. And I got a feeling right now it looks like they're taking the first pitch while they check out Brett Sorrell, the right-hander, coming in relief of Carson Holt, who went, probably the pitch count was on him. Drilled, a base hit, the first one for Howard, and there'll be runners at first and second now with one out. Both teams with 5 hits in this contest. Holt, 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. One of them was earned because of that error that you see on the scoreboard for Jackson Christian. He walked 3, struck out 1. At the plate with a chance to do some damage. This is Manus. Miles Manus. That's one of those 56-footers right there. Catcher with the flexible body, blocks it. Holds the runners at first and second, but it's a 1-ball, no strike count. Sorrell has thrown 8 pitches in the inning. 1 out, infield at double play depth. Ground ball, will it be 2? No, it pulls the shortstop up. He'll shoot to first. Kelly over to Mullins. There are 2 outs in the inning as they get Manus. And that's one of those you got to come up and get it. There's no chance for the double play on it. 2 outs. Runners advance to second and third, so wild pitch, error, base hit, balk, any of those things. Striding to the plate is the big man himself. Kyle Carter, the catcher, he is 0 for 2. But he looks like if he got hold of one that it could be found in the tennis courts or the football field. Very good defensive catcher, too. Breaking ball hit right back to the pitcher. Sorrell will run it halfway there, flip it to first, and the threat is over. Jackson Christian still holds a 4-3 lead over Scotts Hill at the end of 3 1/2 innings of play. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th on the Jackson Christian BallGame Blitz Network. Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop. Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today, direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000. Speaking with the man the press box is named for at our football field, Greg Armour, who has given so much service not only to Jackson Christian School but to his country. And folks, this man is a legend. I'm proud. I wished I had 2 mics. Man, I'd stick him up here and make him talk, because now for football games, you want to be there at halftime and after the game. This man not only has all the correct stats, but he has insights into things, and you get information from Greg Armour you can't get from anybody else. Greg, proud to have you there. Just wish we had 2 mics today. Oh, there he is, and we are ready for Jackson Christian to bat. Looking forward here to the bottom of the 4th. I know they are, because they want to put some runs on the board. Scotts Hill wants to keep the runs off. Kreider pitched that last inning. He's going to pitch again this one. And 1-for-1, Eli Smith will be coming to the plate. He's the fine catcher. I believe Smith had a couple of RBIs in that one at bat. But Kreider pitching now. He pitched last inning. Looked pretty good. Got himself out of a little trouble. Kreider has thrown 27 pitches going into this inning. We've had the peg to second. We are ready to play baseball. We've even got some cute puppies here today watching the game. I need to get my mic up here just a little bit. That's my fault. I'll tell you what, I've got the best director, producer, Christopher Reasons. Stephen up on I believe Stephen Childress on top. They're doing camera today. We also have some stationary cameras. Worthy Road Studios has multiple cameras so that you can see the first pitch from Kreider. Swinging strike fouled off. Smith was going for the downs, and if he gets that on the sweet part of that bat, I get to do my home run call or one of them. But as it is, the pitch was fouled off. It's 0-1. The pitch, Smith hits a solid one into the hole. Shortstop tries to come up with it. I think it would have been a base hit, but this one is one for the official score. What's important to Jackson Christian? There is a runner on base. And we'll see how they score this one. Courtesy runner coming in. JT Mullins up there. And it was scored a hit, and I thought it was too much in the hole to throw him out. JT comes up 0 for 1. Got a walk, though, back in the second. JT shows bunt, does bunt, makes the third baseman field it. He'll have to go to first, playing small ball, and but the runner is advanced. Score that a sacrifice bunt. Does not count as a time at the plate. The runner advances to second on that sacrifice bunt. Good play by the third baseman coming hard. So JT can run Reed Cooper, who can bunt and hit both. We'll see what Reed does. Bennett running at second for Jackson Christian. Reed Cooper got out in front of that one just a little bit. Very good glove man. Got to like him because he wears number 5, just like I like that Mason Beers for Scotts Hill wears number 5. Good number. Johnny Bench, Joe DiMaggio, Coach Joe Holloway. No, I wasn't a great player, but it was my old number in baseball. Here's Chandler's pitch. Swinging strike. Now in the hole. Cooper's got to guard the plate. Want to get that runner in, only one out. Cooper's 0 for 2, which is unusual today. Or not today, but in his time this year, he's been good contact man all year. Let's see what the pitch does. Chandler 3 looks. Hit towards center. Will it hang up in the air too long? It does, and a fine diving catch by the right fielder. What a job that Beers, who has moved, or he is in right, the young man hustled over there and took a base hit, maybe a double away from Reed Cooper. There'll be 2 outs now. Easton Jones, an unusual 0 for 2 himself today. Excellent effort by the young man in right field. Good piece of hitting, though, by Reed Cooper. Wind kind of holding things up. It doesn't matter. The efforts by both young players were good. That time you saw Kreider's pitch, put a little extra oomph on it, but the release point was high. And again, you parents, go back and encourage them. Here you can check the stance out by Easton Jones. You see it slightly open. See the runner, the pitcher, everybody. Let's see the umpire, and you saw it. Good shot from center field. And you saw why it was a ball. 2 ball, no strike count on Easton Jones, the center fielder. Chandler Kreider, the pitcher, with 2 outs and a runner at second. That one outside. 3 balls, no strike. Let's see if the automatic take is on or if they green light him. If you throw one down there, or there is one signal, or term I use, caution. Only if it's a big, fat pitch do you swing at it. Stepping back to drive that runner back because nobody was really holding the runner on. Bennett was edging off down at second. Getting the big lead, and that's what you got to do. You want a big jump. There's 2 outs. Unless it's hit right at him. Here's the pitch. It's high, and Jones will have first and second. Well, base on balls brings up Zach Creasy, who's 1 for 1. Zach walked the last time up, had a solid single back in the second. He scored in the last inning. Playing third today, he can pitch. He can play shortstop. Again, Bennett, the runner at second. Breaking ball, nice pitch. Umpire, you see him signal and call it a strike. 0-1 the count. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Chandler checking the runner and comes to the plate. Fouled off. And it was very close to the screen here. So it's 0-2. And Zach Creasy's got to guard that plate. Let's see if it's a waste pitch. They throw the curveball to get him, or if they go after him with the, I like to call those fastballs the Von Ryan Express. Oh-2 count. Runners at first and second. They'll move with the ping of the bat since they're metal bats. Just missing outside for ball 1, and it didn't miss much. It was more than a millimicron, but it was close enough to you held your breath, both teams. Scotts Hill fans wanted a strike. Jackson Christian fans wanted no, it's got to be a ball. 1-2. Here's Kreider's pitch coming to the plate. Got him, struck him out, looking. That ends that inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. With the end of 4 innings of play, it's 4-3, Jackson Christian leading Scotts Hill. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Network.
This is Lee Johnson.
And this is Jason Lockridge from Southern Capital Advisors.
We're thankful for the Jackson Christian family and are honored to help lay a foundation that will build our community for years to come.
Welcome to Southern Capital Field, and go Eagles.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
We're back. You saw the commercial for Dynamics. They take care of the Jackson Christian athletes. And Brett Sorrell on the mound. This is second inning of work. Taking his warm-up tosses. And in that first inning, or his first inning of work, he actually threw 10 pitches. 5 of them were strikes. Gave up 1 hit, no runs. And we are just about ready for the order to step in there for the Scotts Hill Lions. This will be Brady Beecham, the junior center fielder, wearing number 9. See a little dust. Didn't get a chance to wet the infield today. Again, the game's flip-flopped. JV game will be after this one if weather and rain doesn't interfere. Right now it's mostly just wind. Breaking ball looked good. Umpire says it was, Coach. No balls, 1 strike count to Beecham. We're in the top of the 5th. First pitch in this game actually was at 4:01. We're at 5:21. That one was a ball, one strike to Brady Beecham, the fine center fielder. He's a junior. Everybody straight away at normal depth in the infield. Foul tip for strike 2. Good old mass, says the catcher. Umpire buys him a second. He goes out there and throws the ball, and always give him a second or two. Good umpiring there. Get the cobwebs out. Again, the wind has changed direction, has started blowing straight in. That whips and blows towards right field. Be interesting to see how it blows, and the outfielders really have worked hard and done a good job today. 1-2 count by Sorrell. Whoa, that one got away, and that one just a little high, as Bob Euchre would say. It's 2-2. Somebody sent me a text on my phone, said, Coach, I can barely see the numbers. Well, they're just outlined numbers in blue on the uniform. Now, if you watch our shots close, we'll get better shots of the numbers than I have. And sometimes when we have to have a long-distance shot, you'll get, ooh, nice pitch. It got him. It was close. And, wow, that's all you can say. So there's one out in the inning as Beecham takes a call, third strike. That brings up Cy Manus. Manus 0 for 2 today, 15 pitches by Sorrell. Manus wears number 6. He's left-handed, hitting right in on top of the plate as far as closeness. Front foot up towards the front of the box. Fastball, high. Remember, these are copyright broadcasts. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of it without the written consent of Worthy Road Studios is illegal. Here's the pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Nice pickup by Smith, the catcher. Two balls, no strikes, one out. Brett Sorrell on the mound. He's facing the first baseman, Cy Manus. They're deep on the first base side for Manus. He had a rip at it. If he connects with it, we probably get it off the roof of one of the houses if it gets over or through the trees. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. 1 out in the inning. Swinging, strike 2. That's a tough pitch for a left-handed hitter. Ted Williams, I read a lot of things and heard him speak about it one time. And that is a good place for the pitcher to pitch it, tough place for the left-handed hitter to hit it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Sorrell with the pitch. Hit on the ground. Off his foot, it's foul, and that hurts, fans, and I feel for the young man. It hurts. I don't have a good word to describe how bad it hurts. They'll give him time to walk. And there's, good judgment by the umpire to return the ball and buy a little time. He takes the ball out there, talks to the pitcher. They'll even chase. Good. This another good tactic. Changes baseball, gives the pitcher, actually, he may have the one that was fouled off and may want to use it again. And Eli does a good job. 1, he goes out there. 2, he needs to come out of that crouch. That's hard on the catcher's legs. I know the catcher for Scotts Hill, Carter, strong young man, but I think he said he has caught all his life. And you folks at Scott Hill, be proud of him because his manners were impeccable when I had a chance to talk to him. He and the coaches helped me with the lineup, so we'd have starting lineups for both teams. Jackson Christian coach is always good. Both teams have provided rosters and lineups. You can't beat that. Thank you to coaches and players. We're ready. 2-2 pitch. We're going to do it again. Hopefully that young man's not hurt very bad, but he looks tough. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off. He's hanging tough. And you got to give it to Cy Manus. He is hanging tough, getting pieces of all those pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The scoreboards went a little wacko on us. Drill to right field. It'll get down. Right fielder gets it back into the infield, so a runner on first with 1 out. And we've got a new right fielder, but Game Changer hasn't helped me at all on that. And or either we flip-flop Terry and Jack Collins. We'll have to see what has happened with that. But at the plate is the pitcher now, number 20, Chandler Kreider, a junior. He showed bunt, pulled it back, and they say it's outside for ball 1. 23 pitches in 2 innings. 4-3 your score. Sorrell ready to come to the plate. Takes a little extra time at the belt. High. Looks like first and third charging. What you'll have is short will cover second. If the bunt does go down, second will cover first, and actually the catcher will continue down the third baseline to cover it just in case. 2 ball, no strike count. Is he still bunting? Let's see. Jump turn. Good job by J.T. Mullins to keep that one from getting away. Kreider officially 0 for 0. He's walked both times he's been to the plate, and this is Chandler Kreider. Jackson Kreider has 2 hits, and he's 2 for 2. Wind really blowing hard right now. There's the bunt attempt. The different coverage this time. They go to first with it, and that'll put a runner in scoring position. In that case, they changed the coverage to where third would cover. Pitcher has to field all of the third base side. And with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position. Brings up Parker Grant, the DH. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled his first time up, then struck out his last time up. Everybody at normal. Well, here comes the second baseman cheating over for coverage and goes back. Nice pitch for a strike. I know I'm a little ahead of the umpire, and that's not sound fault or anything. It's just certain pitches are strikes. 0-1 the count. Outfield pretty well straight away. Right fielder for Jackson Christian may be a step or 2 towards the right field line, but I know Easton Jones is definitely straight away. Wind blowing in again, straight in. And Sorrell steps off. Brett Sorrell. He's got some good innings in this year. Just a freshman. He was a hoss in middle school. I think he pitched that championship game last year. Hit up in the air. Will it stay fair? Good look by J.T. Mullins. No cars hit. No need yet for White's Body Shop, although yesterday it looked like bumper cars on the bypass. David White's Body Shop could have taken care of that for you. 0-2 count with a runner in scoring position at second. 2 outs. The hitter, Parker Grant, who DHs when he's not pitching. Beat Adamsville earlier in the week, I believe, outside. And I believe he's been mentioned twice in the Player of the Week voting during the season in the Jackson Sun. I know of once, and I'm thinking I saw it a second time. Remind you, Aiden Shaw signed today with Florida College. All you Jackson Christian baseball and basketball fans. At one time, Shaw was a baseball player. Breaking ball fouled off. I believe his freshman year, though, diving for a ball in the outfield, Aiden may have gotten hurt. But he can play multiple sports. But well coached by Kyle Teichman. Made 2 All-State team, the sports writers and the BCAT team. That's Basketball Coaches of Tennessee Association. He has made the AP All-State team, too. In the dirt, blocked by Smith. They've got the runner hung up, and they faked it. Thought he might throw through, and they had him hung up if they throw through. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We only have 1 runner on, so we cannot say legally deuce is wild. The hitter, Parker Grant, trying to keep this inning going. He'd like to plate one and tie this game up. Jackson Christian holds a 4-3 lead. Brett's pitch, high, 3-2. But won't be a merry-go-round because there's just a runner at second. Let's see if he comes with the fastball or throws the curve. When the curve is in the strike zone, it's very tough to hit. That one didn't break much, and it stayed high. The release point was a little high. 3-2, 2 outs, 1 runner at second base. Checks the runner. Brett's pitch. Swinging strike. They'll have to throw him out at first. Assist to the catcher, put out by the first baseman, and still a strikeout, and that ends the inning. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left. At the end of 4 1/2 innings of play, Jackson Christian leads Scotts Hill 4-3. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Coach Joe Holloway bringing you the play-by-play of the Jackson Christian Scotts Hill game on the BallGame Blitz, Worthy Road Studios, and the Jackson Christian Facebook. You can see the archive game probably after 10 tonight for its archive because Worthy Road has a ton of action going on all over the place. And we do Jackson Christian, USJ, TCA, Peabody football, Sacred Heart basketball, all of Union University's home games in volleyball, soccer, basketball, softball, and baseball. Produced the Rockabilly baseball during the summer. And all of these games are archived on Worthy Road Studios' YouTube channel. Our executive producer is the one and only Paul Schultze. Some of our advertisers are like Dynamics Physical Therapy, Carlock Nissan, Aloha Pools, Jones Chevrolet, the Blacksmith Restaurant, Humboldt Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Elite Dental, Bank of Jackson, McCoy's Heating and Air, and Deaton's Carpet One. And these broadcasts come to you free. Why? Because you have advertisers. We don't charge you the fee monthly like the National Federation does or any of the other services like that. Please go by, support these advertisers, and thank them for what they do. Leading off is Austin Kelly, the shortstop. He's 1 for 2 today. Austin's mom's going to have to really wash his uniform because he had a neat slide earlier today that helped. But at shortstop, he stirs up a lot of dirt, making plays with his golden glove. And the pitch by Kreider, it's high for ball 2. When he's not working on baseball, and he does, he plays travel ball, works on it hard with his team here at practice. He's a all-district quarterback. Looks like it's 3-0. The only question, green light or take sign. We'll see what he's got. Kreider's 3-0 pitch. That one looked like it was down Main Street for strike 1. Wind whipping up but blowing in right now, so not good for the home run hitters. 3-1 pitch in the dirt. Austin Kelly will take first base. Kelly, a good runner, capable of stealing bases. And let's see, we've got substitutions up there. This is C.J. Hastings hitting instead of Jack Collins. So we'll get Hastings in here. Hastings wears number 12. Hastings is a junior. He also, besides doubling as an outfielder, doubles as a pitcher. 2-ball possibly. The big hop, no, they'll go to first because Kelly got a good jump off of it. That's shortstop to first. Nice peg by Manus, over to Manus. The runner advances to second on a fielder's choice. And that brings up Carson Holt, who, even though he's not pitching, he is the designated hitter. And you saw Brian Bullard, the great bench coach for Jackson Christian, came out to make that change. Chase McLean at third, Todd Lumley at first. Pitch high. Strider looked like he landed a little off balance then. 47 pitches for Chandler Kreider. Holt 2 for 2 today. Kelly's at second. 48 pitches to be exact. I was one off. I like to keep that straight, so I always check the official count. Swinging strike in that one. It was one of those you're going for the downs. It looks like the right fielder is about 7 feet from the fence, depending on where he lands. He kind of walked around, shading towards right and center field and deeper than normal played. 1-1 pitch on the way. High, ball 2. Austin Kelly, a very good base runner. And like I said, determination. If you saw him play football, you'd know, but he's a great baseball player. Two, 1 pitch on the way. And that's where you want to throw a left-handed hitter. 2-2. 1 out in the inning. You know Kelly will actually head towards third on a hit ball trying to score. Only thing he'll look for is he don't get the sign to hold up, and there's ball 3. If he doesn't get the sign to hold up, he's going. He's not looking to stop. They'll have to hold him up. And like I said, good enough speed to score from second. 3-2, 2 outs, runner on second, or 1 out actually. Let me correct myself. Here's the pitch by Kreider. Popped up, fouled off. Will it get out of play? Third baseman gives chase. And that Jackson Kreider, he gave it a good look, but it's about 15 feet out of play. These two teams on the schedule are supposed to meet tomorrow. I wonder what kind of influence the weather will have on that. This game, everybody was kind of worried if we'd get even one game in. Looks like they may be able to get that JV game in. Pitcher wants another baseball. Umpire looks it over. He says, well, we'll give this one a rest for a minute, but we're going to put it back in the pouch. I know some umpires come here with 1 pouch, some with 2. This gentleman is a 2-pouch guy to carry baseballs. 3-2 pitch again on the way. Walked him. And that's one thing. Carter Holt usually has a very good eye. He walks, puts runners at first and second. So the double play back into effect. Eli Terry is coming to the plate. Eli singled his first time up. And he doubled. No, he didn't. That was Carson. I'm reading his stuff. Eli walked, and he is 0 for 1. I forgot to draw the line in there. If you keep a good scorebook, you put all the proper lines and errors and stuff you need in there. Here's the 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Runners will advance. The double play is now not in order unless it comes in an unconventional way. Terry ahead on the count as the hitter. 2 balls, no strikes. Brian Bullard steps out for a minute. The coach wants to talk to, and actually Chase wants to talk to Eli. Smith has got and they may be going to substitute run for Carter Holt. We'll see what the changes are. Holt's at second. Austin Kelly at third. 2 ball, no strike count on Hastings. You can hear the wind whippling through my mic sometimes. Drake Thompson and Jared Manus. Drake, of course, the head coach for Scotts Hill. And Jason Russell, the other coach. Somehow I'd gotten my roster. I was double checking. I was still talking about potential moves, and a while ago they had a courtesy runner, but that was when Holt was pitching. So that may be the change they're trying to make, to have a runner. And like we've told you, Carson has some injuries. He's gotten better, and he's been cleared to throw a couple of innings, or probably on the pitch count. Kreider has thrown 56 pitches, and they are going to run for him. And I cannot pick up the number because we'll try to see who has come in to run. Wind whipping so much I've got my headset on, could not hear Tommy McLean, our fine public address announcer. Does a good job. Eli Terry will be up there with a 2 ball, no strike count. Kreider's still pitching. Gets away, and it looks like the runner's going to try to score. He's got to get down, and he does. The throw was high. Good leap by Kreider to keep the ball from going in the infield. So scoring on the wild pitch is Kelly. The pinch runner is at third. And there's a 3-0 count on Eli Terry, who walked his first time up, struck out. He's 0 for 1. Kreider with 57 pitches now, by my count. And that one is just missing. And, boy, hear the wind, and you can't miss it on my mic either. He'll be at first after the walk. At first, I was worried. I thought the greatest producer director there is was getting blown out the door, but he was trying to save my notes. And there goes the runner. That will be a catcher's indifference. Now, most people will score at a stolen base, but the proper scoring is, here's my roster even blew out. Wow. That is Greg Armour. What a gentleman he is to bring the roster back. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Eli Smith up there with a 2 ball, no strike count. Hit it high towards right field. It's drifting foul, out of play. 61 pitches. And I'm not sure how long Chandler Kreider goes in a game. Now, he may not be, but for an old coach, he's showing signs of, that wind, it's bad enough it blew over a Coke bottle. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled off again. First baseman gives chase, and it's still out of play. And we've got everything we can. Now the wind dies down after I bring extra reinforcement to keep things from blowing. 78 degrees here. Hit on the ground. They hold the runner at third, go to first for the second out. Nice bit of short stopping there by number 21, Miles Manus, the original pitcher. Eli hit it right on the nose. He looked the runner back, held him at second and third. There's 2 outs, and it brings the top of the order, J.T. Mullins, up there. J.T. had to sacrifice his last time up. Officially 0 for 1. He's had a walk and a ground out. JT would love to help his team. They have a 5-3 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. High school games go 7. Pitch for a ball. 64 pitches by Kreider. There's activity over here on the hill where 2 young men are warming up. See the second pitch for a ball. JT would take a walk. He'd love to drive those 2 runs in, though. Left-handed hitter. Here comes the runner up the line. And it's a good thing he's in foul territory. It missed him, but that's the reason you run in foul territory in the third baseline. Even if it hit him, he would not have been out. Now, if he interferes with a foul ball catch, he could possibly be out that way. But never run in play in the inside the lines when you're at third base. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 runners on. The pitch fouled off. It'll be 2-2, and now you can truthfully say the deuces are wild, because there are 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The runners are at second and third. The outfield straight away. Infield with 2 outs at normal depth. Maynard's pretty deep at shortstop. You want to knock that ball down, if nothing else, not let it get through. Up the line big time. Just missing, and it's 3-2. And again, I like to remind people, you said you got runners on base and it's 3-2. Well, that's no guarantee of what some sportscasters call the merry-go-round. They won't be running with the pitch because you got to be careful. It's inside. Say if you'd been running, you could have run into a tag, or the bases are jammed. Ducks on the pond. Hopefully Ron Podesta's listening. He likes that term. He uses it. Other broadcasters do. That brings up Reed Cooper. Reed having an unusual day for him, 0 for 3. Because even if he hasn't had an official hit, he's usually sacrificed 1 or 2 times. Good man at the plate, always makes good contact. 2 outs in the inning, forced at any base, sacks are jammed. It's high. Reed, a fine glove man at second base, doesn't spare the leather on the glove. Swinging strike. Kind of swung through that one. Head down the third baseline just a little bit. Mine at third. That's who's running. Terry at second. There's a pitch for a strike. So it's 1-2. Mullins at first. Reed Cooper. Fine young second baseman's got to guard the plate. Advantage to Kreider. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swinging strike 3. But one big run, and any run in a tight game like this is important, was picked up by Jackson Christian. They have 5 and Scotts Hill 3. We're going into the top of the 6th. We'll be back with Jackson Christian Baseball on the Jackson Christian Facebook. Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today, direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
It's the off season, but it's the best season to buy at Aloha Custom Pools. Snag your dream pool now, and we promise you'll be splashing around by Memorial Day. What are you waiting for? Give us a call or visit us at AlohaCustomPools.com.
Why go on vacation when you can live on vacation?
Aloha Custom Pools will help you create your very own piece of paradise, and you can enjoy it every day.
What are you waiting for?
Take the plunge. Call Aloha Custom Pools or visit us online.
Going into the top of the 6th, both coaches, after this game is over, will check their game changers and possibly be a little unhappy that they left some men on base, and especially at key times. Brett Sorrell has worked 2 innings, coming into his 3rd inning work, giving up 2 hits, but no runs. He struck out 2. And the first man he will face is a young man that made a great catch earlier, Mason Beers, wearing number 5. And we get another ball to the umpire that was necessary, and he addresses it appropriately. And we're ready now for Mason Beers to face Brett Sorrell. Sorrell, I'll get it right. I got to watch my accent. Fouled off. 33 pitches by Sorrell. Wears number 15. May have taken a little off of that one on a changeup. It wasn't the slow changeup, but it did change speeds. That one in the dirt, blocked by Smith. No runners on, so he on-deck batter helps out, and that's the way you do it in high school baseball. And on deck is Jackson Kreider, who's had a great day, including a single and a triple. He was hit by a pitch last time, but the hitter right now is Mason Beers. Mason looking to get something started for his team in the 6th. Fouled it off, hanging tough. Mason just a freshman, so you folks at Scotts Hill will get to see him for 3 more years after this one. And some of our great basketball players who made it about as far as you can go. And they didn't get the state tournament in Division II, but what a team they had. Even after Aiden Shaw, who signed today with Florida College, got hurt. That one is way high. I think Brett would love to have that pitch back. It's 3-2. Young freshman who was such a phenom in middle school last year. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that he worked that championship game and won it against USJ in middle school. He's got a 3-2 pitch. Sorrell has got the pitch coming. Swung on, fouled off. We'll do it again. It's not great grammar, but one of my broadcasting buddies says one more again when that happens, just to change the pace of words that's being said. Mason Beers hanging tough here. 3-2 count. The left-handed hitter awaits the 3-2 pitch. Popped up. It gets up in the wind. It's going to be a tough chance because of that wind, but Creasy gloves it and makes it look easy. So 1 out on the pop-up to the third baseman, Zach Creasy. This brings up number 11, the junior, Jackson Kreider. Plays third base, has been great at the bat, and does a great job at third for Scotts Hill. Pitch just missing outside. Terry in left now for Jackson Christian. Hastings in right. Jones in center for Jackson Christian. Fouled off. Makes the count 1-1 with 1 out. Silas Howard should be on deck. I do not see him out there yet. He may be up closest. Yeah, I see him now. Some of the fans had me blocked off from seeing him. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Drilled. First baseman J.T. Mullins, who is a very good outfielder, picks it up. He's playing first base today and takes it 3-0. That's first baseman unassisted for the second hour out. Howard coming up there. It looks like he is 1 for 3 today. Had a single his last time up. 42 pitches by Brett Sorrell. Sorrell. I'll get it straight. Pardon me, Brett. Here's a ground ball to the sure-handed Reed Cooper. Over to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. At the end of 5 1/2 innings of play, Jackson Christian 5 and Scotts Hill 3. We'll take a timeout on the Jackson Christian BallGame Blitz Network.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installation, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Coming out for his 4th inning of work, I believe. I will check that. Yes, 4. And he's given up 3 runs on 3 hits. Has walked 6, if I'm correct. I'm reading off of my chart, and the starter, Manus, left after 2 innings. Yes, we're in the bottom of the 6th. And Chandler Kreider on in relief. He struck out 4. Now, the first hitter that he will face will be Easton Jones, the number 3 hitter in the lineup for Jackson Christian, the junior center fielder. Easton walked his last time up, but 0 for 2, which again is a little unusual for him. In the 7th, we'll jump back to Scotts Hill for a minute. They will have their number 3, 4, and 5 hitters. We'll tell you more about that as Easton Jones steps in. And it would help if I would get back to my page that's got where the players are playing. Chandler Kreider still on the mound. Catching, Kyle Carter. Popped up. Looks like, will it stay in play? And Carter gives it a good look, but no, it pops out of play. We're in the 6th. There's a no ball, 1 strike count to Easton Jones. Manus is at first, Howard at second, Miles Manus at short, and Kreider, still Jackson Kreider at third. Breaking ball, pull foul. They'll have to get it off the field or we can't continue play. So somebody's got to go. There we go. Somebody from the dugout will go get it. Outfield is Beers, Beecham, and Eason. As we told you, Chandler Kreider still pitching. And Carter catching. Oh, 2 pitch, fouled off. Hanging tough is Easton Jones. He would love to get on. Boy, you can hear that wind. That has affected the sound quality just a little bit because it has even normally where we broadcast from, we don't have too much trouble. That's how bad the wind is. I do not have a mile-an-hour count on it. 76 degrees, starting to cool off, and the rain may be moving towards this way. I'll try to check the radar in just a moment. Here's the 0-2 pitch again, this one outside. But a good temptation pitch by Kreider. I see the lights. That's what the umpires were talking about a while ago. The lights are coming on. 1-2 pitch. A bloop. Will it get down? No, it carries, and that's how the wind plays all the way out to the center fielder, Beecham, for the first out in the inning. 1 out brings up Zach Creasy to the plate. Zach singled his first time up. He walked, and then he struck out. He'd love to atone for the strikeout, the right-handed third baseman. That pitch low. And I don't blame Carter a bit for wiping the baseball off. Like I said, a lot of hurry, and the game field is in good shape. Mike could have used a little drop of water, too. That one is outside, too, just missing. 2 balls, no strikes. 80 pitches by Kreider. There's 1 out in the inning, no runners on. That one was low. It's 3-0. Creasy wants to, he's a good team player. He wants to just be a base runner and help his team out. But he wouldn't turn a hit down either. That one low, hit the back tip of the plate. Creasy runs hard, but the catcher also got back there on top of it. So Creasy's at first after the walk. Brings up Austin Kelly, who has flied out, singled, and scored. Walked and scored back in the 5th with what could be an important run. That pushed the score to 5-3. 1 out, runner at first, double play depth by the infield. Kreider versus Kelly. Kelly hits one, but I think it's going to be right, just about 5 steps to the right of the left fielder. And again, that's with that wind blowing against it. So 2 out in the inning. And Hastings, wearing number 12, is hitting. Jack Collins started the game. Hastings has come on. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Jackson Christian leading, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Scotts Hill. There goes Creasy. The peg to second didn't get him. Slid under the tag. Just a good peg to second. That's where you want it. Zach got small and got under. So a stolen base there, and a runner is now in scoring position. See if Hastings can bring him home or get on and keep this inning going with 2 outs for the Eagles. Lions would like to end it right here with this batter, have their 7th inning hitting. This one gets away, and now a runner in definite scoring position because a wild pitch or anything will bring home Zach Creasy. Hastings wants to get on by error, a walk, hit batsman, hit him, get a hit, anything that he can do to help his team now. That one outside, and Chandler Kreider, who has worked so hard, played a great shortstop when he was there, starting to show a few signs of being tired. He'd love to get this hitter and get off the mound. It's 3 balls, though, and no strikes. And he was taking all the way, and it was a strike. Good pitch, and he had a little oomph on that pitch, which is good. 3-1. Let's see if they give a green light here. They did. It's up in the air. I think it's going to hang too long. The fine right fielder out there is going to get under it. And in this inning, with no runs, no hits, there was 1 man left on base as he walked, and that was Zach Creasy. And at the end of 6, it's 5-3. Jackson Christian leading. Scotts Hill will be back with the top of the 7th.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Oh, it's drama time. It's the top of the 7th. Scotts Hill needs 2 to keep this game going. 2 runs, that is. They need 3 to take the lead. Jackson Christian would bat in the bottom of the 7th if Scotts Hill takes the lead. Jackson Christian wants to stop it right here. Brett Sorrell and I overemphasized it, trying to say it right because I've got it out here phonetically. I've written it in my book. But Brett trying to end this inning. He hasn't allowed any runs during his stint pitching, and this young man stands to be one of the great pitchers, just a freshman this year, had an outstanding middle school career. Coming to the plate is Miles Manus. He has scored in this contest. Officially, I believe he's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the third inning. Right-handed hitter. And we're ready to play baseball. And the pitch just missing. A pretty good one, but missed. One ball, no strikes. Brett comes to the plate. Base hit, it's a fair ball, and you couldn't have rolled it down there any better. And Miles Manus is off for a double. And the throw comes in. Not sure it shouldn't have been cut, but it wasn't. So a runner, but they need 2 in scoring position at second with no outs. And a young man who could tie this game up with one swing of the bat. And I see Chase McLean, the fine mentor of the Jackson Christian Eagles, coming out to talk to his pitcher. There are some people in some of the warm-up areas, but I don't see that it's any pitchers. These two teams, again, are supposed to meet tomorrow if the rain doesn't come into play. And right now, other than a dropping temperature, it's dropped down to 76 degrees. Some words of encouragement. Maybe a mechanics adjustment. And Chase McLean, who was a pitcher in his own right here, played on one of the state championship teams at Jackson Christian and was an assistant coach on one of the others. And here is a young man who probably people would say is overdue. He's 0 for 3, Kyle Carter. Like I said, has the strength and the bat speed to tie this up with one pitch. Here we go. High. Now, Brett Sorrell showing a little bit of tiredness. Release point on that one. 1 ball, no strikes with a runner on second and no outs. Wind just whipping around now. To the plate. The breaking ball misses. And you could tell from even out in front of the plate it was going to miss. 2 balls, no strikes. Have to pitch this young man at the plate, Carter, very carefully. Zarl's got his sign, comes to the plate, fouled off, 2-1. And Carter had a rip at that one. 48 pitches is what I have. We'll check it against the official stats. I try to keep my own pitch counts most of the time. Wind blowing towards right field right now, deep in left field. The outfield kind of deep except in right. Normal depth in the infield. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Swinging strike 2, and he was going for the downs on that one. And when you see somebody grab the bat, they know they had their pitch and they missed it. Third base coach gives some encouragement to him. Of course, the head coach of Scotts Hill is Drake Thompson. 2-2 pitch with a runner at second, no outs. Carter, the strong catcher at the plate. Check the runner this time, come to the plate. High, it'll be 3-2. Now, this puts you as a pitcher in a predicament. Do you go after him with a curveball, or you throw the fastball in there, taking the chance on Carter launching one, or getting it by him for the third strike? Lots of decisions being made right here. Pitcher steps off. Batter steps out. Now he's back in, the batter. Pitcher toes the pitching rubber. Dug into that hole. He'll get it. Try to get a good push off. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swinging strike 3. A big out for Jackson Christian. That does not kill the cause, though, for Scotts Hill, as there's only one out in the inning with that one runner, but they've got to have two cross the plate. Brady Beecham, the fine center fielder, who's 1 for 3, the junior coming up to the plate. Brady, a very capable hitter, going against a fine young freshman pitcher. 51 pitches for Brett Sorrell. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball fouled off. Didn't have the big break, though. It did break a little. You saw a lot of spin on it if you'll watch the film closely. You can see that spin on a lot of Worthy Road Studio shots. We've got multiple cameras here. Stevens up on top. Childress doing a great job. Oh, 1 pitch just about to come with one runner on. Now, this time Brett steps off the back, and that gets the runner back towards you. And you want to do different things to make him get back there. I won't try to tell you the wind. We'll just tell you it's blowing. And right now it's blowing in straight from center, and then it whips around towards left for a minute. So I guess you'd call it swirling or gusting winds. Gusting probably a better term, but it's pretty consistent for gusting winds. The 0-1 pitch, we're just about ready for it. Here comes Brett to the plate. Breaking ball fouled off. Didn't hit as bad as the young man got hit in the foot a while ago, but you got to walk that one off, and you know that Brady Beecham, the fine center fielder for Scotts Hill, felt it. Here comes Chase McLean back out. Now, he must have spotted, he's just coming out to pick up a baseball or something. Good job by Chase. 0-2 pitch. Do you throw the waste pitch or you come right after the hitter? Brady Beecham. Brett Sorrell ready, the freshman. Looks in, checks that runner, comes to the plate. Popped up, is it in play? JT, an outfielder, drifts over. It is about 2 feet on the wrong side of the fence, and that's a high enough fence you can't reach over, and I call it stealing it back in. But a great effort. It's still 0-2. Runs the pitch count up to 54 pitches. One more time, I'll remind you to congratulate Aiden Shaw, the great guard for Jackson Christian. Scored over 1,000 points in his career, even though it was shortened by an injury some. Pull the string on the curveball, change the speeds, and it's a strikeout. 2 outs. Nice pitch by Sorrell. That'll bring up Cy Manus, who has to keep this inning going. The big first baseman hits left-handed, and he's pretty close to the plate. Close as you can get. The white line's gone, but this young man's smart. He knows where the white line is, and he's right where he needs to be. Here's the pitch. High. Looked like a bender, but did not quite break. Center fielder shades towards right a couple of steps. Left fielder a couple of steps towards center. If he hit one down that line, they'd be running forever. Right fielder straight away and deep. Infield is deep. They want to knock it down if they can't field it cleanly. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. And you see he was trying to get some uppercut leverage. Sometimes that back shoulder dips a little bit. Go back and watch these films. A lot of learning can be done in these films. And look at that shot again by Worthy Road Studios. Of course, directing and producing, Christopher Reason. Stephen Childress up on the top, does a great job. We've got stationary cameras here that Christopher controls. Here's the 1-1 pitch getting ready to come to the plate. A breaking ball for strike 2, and a good job by Eli Smith. 58 pitches. Strike 2. Started to say he took a swipe at it and then changed my mind to say strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner will be going with the ping of the bat. hit for a base hit, goes to right field. Let's see if they challenge the right fielder. Coming up throwing, they are going to challenge him. And no throw, and this one is a one-run ball game. Nice piece of hitting there by Cy Manus. So Cy gets the RBI, gets the single. It's 5-4. Miles Manus scores. Manus boys are busy, and that brings up Chandler Kreider, the pitcher who can help himself. He has sacrificed, walked twice. So no official at bats. Good pitch for a strike. You can see that one got that black edge of the plate. Although there's a lot of dirt, as you can see on the plate down there. Umpire can still see it. The camera angle, if they just move a little dirt, you can kind of see it in the camera angle. Again, a gust came in here, blew some of the papers. Strike two, 0-2 the count. Chandler Kreider, who's pitching, came on in relief. Started the third inning, I believe. We'll check that in the official stats. Lead at first by the runner, Manus. That's Cy Manus over there. It's bad when it blows your scorebook page and it's in a book. Boy, that one high and tight. And Kreider looked like the Indian rubber man then, or very flexible. Contortionist maybe, if you like that term better. It's 1-2 with 2 outs. And again, I'm telling you, Jackson Christian been told, keep the ball knocked down in the infield. You've got 2 bases to make a play at. Sorrell's 1-2 pitch fouled, and if that one had been fair, but it was hooking so bad it was going to go foul. It would have been right down the line. And not completely sure of Cy Manus' speed, but I do know that he looks like he can run some. May not be a world-class sprinter, but he could have possibly scored if that one it was fair. But if a frog had a hip pocket, he'd tote a gun, carry credit cards, and have money also. We don't deal with ifs, and you know what Don Meredith used to say about ifs when he was doing color in football. Here's the pitch. Out towards center field. Easton Jones comes on. Can he get it? Yes, he does with a fine running catch, and this contest is over. But 1 run in on 1 hit by Scotts Hill. The winners 5-4 in this varsity game. The varsities are supposed to play tomorrow. Note the word supposed to, depending on weather. We'll check and see if the JV games are going to be played. We don't know yet. I see some of the crowd getting up, but a varsity game has been completed. 5-4, Jackson Christian wins. They get their 14th win. Scotts Hill goes to 10-10 with their record. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back to wrap this contest up on the Jackson Christian Network.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Great American Sports, make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson, we specialize in team sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your team sports. You can email or call us for all your team sports needs. Great American Sports, make sports an addiction.
Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today, direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
We are back here as you watch them work on the field. We're still waiting official word. There's not supposed to be any rain, and only 35% of the area is going to get rain at 7 o'clock. And then looks like more rain a little later around 8 p.m. But let's give you some totals for Scotts Hill, the visitors today. They had 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For Jackson Christian, 5 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. Unofficially, these are my stats. And Kreider had 2 hits, 2 for 3. That's Jackson Kreider for Scotts Hill. And Cy Manis had 2 hits. Several others had 1 hit. Manis had a double. Jackson Kreider had a triple. Led his team with total bases of 4. Miles Manis pitched 2 innings. And thank you to Greg. What a gentleman he is. And, of course, come and check out Greg Armour Press Box sometime. Greg works here on staff. He's also coaches here. But Miles Manis went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 base on balls, 1 strikeouts. Chandler Kreider came on in relief, pitched 4 innings. He gave up 3 runs, 3 hits. 3 of the runs were earned, 7 base on balls, 4 strikeouts, and he is the losing pitcher. Manis threw 38 pitches, 22 strikes. Kreider 88 pitches, 42 strikes. Manis faced 11 batters. Kreider faced 22. For the winning Jackson Christian team, and they had 5 runs, 6 hits, the 2 errors. Let's see if there is a big hitter, and that would be Carson Holt and Eli Smith. Both of them had 2 hits apiece. And Creasy had a hit. Kelly had a hit. And I'm hoping I didn't miss anybody. Total bases, Carson Holt led with 3. Stolen bases, Hastings, Smith, and Creasy, according to this. Some of them may have been catchers' indifference. Hit by a pitch, our pitching staff hit, let's see. Didn't have but 1, and that was not the right pitcher. We'll get the scoring on that in a minute. But Carson Holt threw 59 pitches, 32 of them for strikes. Brett Sorrell threw 64 pitches, 40 of them strikes. Holt faced 17. Sorrell faced 17. The pitch count for both of these gentlemen, actually not bad considering Carson had a rough start. Holt faced 17 batters, and Sorrell, I've said that once, but I wanted to make sure we got that right. And, of course, the Lions fell 5-4 to the Eagles, despite out-hitting the Eagles 8-6. Singles by Parker Grant early put them on the board first, them being the Lions. Eli Smith brought the Eagles back. Carson Holt, of course, had a big double later. Brett Sorrell had the win for Jackson Christian. That's what I left out. Chandler Kreider took the loss. A good ball game, 2 well-coached teams. I want to thank both coaching staffs, the administration for rosters, information, and 2 class teams. The young men in both dugouts acted good. I have to go down and get lineup sometimes and a few comments, and enjoyed seeing both teams, talking with them. And I guess we are just about ready to wrap it up. They're still working on the field. There are some players. That looks like JV, and that is JV players in the blue. So there will be one. But what a great job. We had superior camera work. Stephen Childers and the switching of Christopher reasons. He's so kind to himself, he just puts up director. He is actually producer and director because Paul Schultze is executive director and producer. And Christopher and Stephen doing a great job. I'm Coach Holloway. 5-4 victory for Jackson Christian. And pardon the wind, remind you this is a copyright broadcast. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. It is time to say thanks for your time. This time till next time. Good day, all.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillies, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.